Okay, guys, I'm going to continue with the subroutines. We've completed functions. Now I'm going over to procedures. So on your screens, I am going to display my Delphi program. Let's see. I've got about 5 functions that we are going to cover: sleep, ink, deck, delete, and insert. Sleep is the other word for delay. I can put in a delay using the sleep procedure, and it works in milliseconds. So let me show you the code. I've created a little code here where 3 different words are going to display in the same edit, but they will have a delay in between them. When we call a procedure, it's different from a function. You don't need to make it part of another statement. You call it the procedure by its name, and then if there's any parameters that need to be used in the brackets, you call it. So the sleep, I've put in a 2000 millisecond delay, which is actually 2 seconds. And it will take 2 seconds to go between each word, so 4 seconds in total. And then also what is important is to see that you call the form refresh, because otherwise it doesn't change the words inside the edit. Okay, that's something that you can play around with. My next button is the increase. You have used increase before, but how does it really work? So I went and created this little scenario where you type in 2 values and it will basically add them together. But it's not just plain adding maths. We need to understand how the increase works. So let me show you the code in the button. I've created 2 integer variables. Remember, increase can only work with integer variables. And whatever values I've put inside those 2 spin edits I have on my form, I have I gave val1 and val2 their values. Then I use the increase procedure where I call the first value and the second value. Now remember, the increase works like this. The first value is the base value. The second value gets added on to the first value. So if you look at my output, my edit increase answer.txt, you'll see that I called the first variable, val1. So this is what increase does. It takes the second value and adds it to the first one. And that's where the answer is getting showed. All right, I hope you understand this. Let's see with the decrease. Decrease works exactly the same. Again, it affects the base value that you've placed inside the decrease. So value 1, comma, and then the value you want to subtract from the first value. Okay, and then you call the first value and it will give you the answer. The delete, what's nice about the delete is if you've mastered the copy function, the delete is just as easy to use. It looks basically the same as copy, where you assign which string you want to delete from which position, integer number position you want to start deleting from, and then how many characters from that starting position. I will show you when we run the program just now. So I received, I'm typing in a sentence in that edit next to the delete button. Then I've used two input boxes to say from which position I want to delete from and how many characters from that starting position. Then I call the delete. So I say delete, listen to my words, from the main string. So that is the string I'm using to delete from. From which starting position do I want to delete from? An integer. And how many from that starting position do I want to delete? How many characters? After modifying now the variable sDelete text, I just call it again in my edit, and it will display to me the newly created or deleted string sDelete text. Right, I'll show you that as well. Then we've got insert, where you can insert a value. Now, insert is a bit different from copy and delete, so just listen. In my insert, I've created a string variable. That new string variable will be the new text that I want to insert into the existing string that I have. All right, and then just a starting position. I don't need to say how many spaces do I need to reserve for the word. No, the word just gets inserted, but you just need to tell it where it must get inserted. So I am, I've used my global variable sText. sText is assigned to that edit where I typed in my sentence. And then I'm asking for the position where I want to insert my text, and also what the new text, the word or even sentence I want to insert into the existing text. Then I call the insert and I say, all right, I want to insert the new text, that's my string, into my existing text, sText, at this position. Do you hear how I talk? So if you start teaching yourself this, you will master this. And then I just use the show message to display the newly modified sText. Okay, I've explained now everything. Let's run this program and see how it works. All right, let me show you my program. It still doesn't want to display. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So let's go to procedures. So sleep, I've already pre-programmed it. I'm going to click on the button and you'll see the 3-word cycle with 2-second intervals. You see, it worked. Let's look at the increase. So the increase, the first value, the base value, let's say I'm going to make it 4, and then the value I want to add to that is 2, and then when I click, it gives me the answer 6. Okay. With the decrease, exactly the same. I can have a value 6, and I can say the value 1, and it will take that one and deduct it from the first value, giving me the answer 5. Plain and simple, eh? Then I go to the delete. So I'm going to type in a sentence. It's going to be a good one. My name is Dr. Phil. Sounds very interesting, eh? Okay, now I say delete, and I say starting position that I want to delete. So let's say I want to take out the word name. So it's going to sound very silly, the sentence, ne? So let's see. I can see by counting the amount of characters that name starts at position number 4. Do you guys agree with me? Yeah. And then I want to delete up to the space before is. Okay, otherwise there's going to be a double space. If I just take out name, it's going to be name, 2 spaces, is Dr. Phil. But I want to take out the name and a space. So let's see here. My starting position is at number 4, and the characters that I want to start deleting from is 5. So name is 4 characters long, okay? Plus 1 for the space makes it 5. So then I click OK, and look there. My name is, or my is Dr. Phil. Very clever guy, ne? Okay, so the delete works. Now I'm going to do the insert. So the insert, I will say GR and exclamation. So let's say this is incomplete word. You guys know in your textbook it says GR8 for great. Ne? So now I'm just going to put the EAT at the end of R. Okay, let's see if this works. So I'm going to say insert. I think I'm going to insert it at the 3rd space so that it can move on. All right. So starting position 3 and EAT after that. Let's see if it works. Great. There it works. Nee. Okay. Cool. So I hope you guys now understand how the procedures work, and that you guys can use it successfully in any scenario that I will give you in a test or exam. All right. So guys, you must have an awesome time. Thank you for downloading my video, and I will see you soon again. Okay. Keep well. Cheers.